What is up, everybody? It is nowonshall coming at you with another Star Trek Fleet Command video. Today, we're going to talk about what my opinions are going to be in the event. So remember, these are just my opinions and my opinions alone. So if you disagree with the opinions, go down and comment and say what your opinions are going to be, because my opinions may differ from what you think is good in the event store. But this is coming from me, many years experience of the game, and that's basically it. Alright guys, don't forget to like that subscribe button, that bell notification down below. In the description, hit that see more, come join the Discord. Under that is a donation link. If you want to donate, click that tiny URL. And under that is going to be a join button for 2, 5, 10, or 20 bucks a month. It'll help support me and it'll help me create more content. Alright guys, let's get into the video and actually talk about the event store and what I think is prominent in the event store, what is good to buy and what is not so good to buy. So let's go take a look. So we are presented with officers. That's the normal. We're presented with beams, skins, if you guys can see the skins, Meridian Rift Shard skins, which is, they're not bad, but I don't think they're going to be a must-have purchase in the game, because we'll go over some of the math on it, you all know I kind of suck at the math. We got ship blueprints, depending on what your rep is and where you're at, Meridian blueprints, which could be tempting for some of you not, because you guys didn't really like the ship, but I personally did. I have 3 of them. I'm kind of tempted for a 4th one. We have uncommons, which mine are going to be G4. Vidar blueprints, only limited to 10, but the pack gives 5 per each one. So that's not horrible, but you're only unlocking half of one. I get epic G4. You're probably going to get just other stuff, G3 related. Uncommon G4, which that's for me. Common stuff, that's not bad, but conversion 150 for that. No, thank you. Charge nanoprobes, depending on what your Vidar's level. Mine will cost me 150k for 220k, which I kind of think's not worth. Some frequency modulators, active nanoprobes. Devore blueprints only limited to 60. Limit of 10 for discovery. Devore parts, spore drive components. Cultivated mycelium, which I always love because I'm using my discovery a lot. And 30,000 for 80k. That's not a bad buy in my opinion. We have Stella blueprints, Botany Bay, stuff to upgrade the Botany Bay, Ultra Gotchas, independent creds, tokens. I can't justify any of these right here. Those are never going to be any justifiable purchases in this event store. But let's take a look at something. So let's go take a look at the Meridian. Let's use the Meridian example. So it's going to take you approximately 150k to unlock the Meridian. And let's do the math, because if I remember right, the Meridian was less than 50 bucks to unlock originally. And we go to the $100 pack, you get 120k. Not worth a buy. Not worth a buy. You look at the refits and the let's see, the reflector beams. So your 75 tokens cost 225k. That's over $100, which the pack originally cost $100 for that. Which that's a bad purchase. Because if you wanted the reflector beam or refractive beam at the time, you would have bought it at the time when it was actually 100 bucks. Right now, it is almost $180, give or take, which ain't right. Same here for this one. This one was, I think, a $50 pack, and they're charging over $100 for that pack. That's not right for those tokens. But this event store has been giving a lot of event store related tokens, which were to be called Medals of Valor. We have G4 outfits, which these are still not worth it. Those aren't worth the purchase. The Bakar shards, which for me, I'm tempted if I can get 150k so I can mine gas with it, but at the same time, I'm not tempted at all. The refit, I think, costed $20 or something like that, and it's going for over $100. I think that pack really needs a buff, to be honest, because the price to conversion ratio is not correct. Ship blueprints, cool. You guys can, if you want to focus on getting ships, that's awesome. Things I would focus on right off the bat is going to be Picard, Beverly, and Riker. Those 3 alone. You don't have to level Picard and Riker up. You just got to unlock them, because that's when they're effective. Kind of like for, we're going to compare him to Pike. He's going to be the same thing as Pike. His base level is perfect for hostile killing. So is Riker for his main ability. And Bev is going to be one of those ones you actually want to try to max out, because she's the Moreau of this. Too bad Tasha Yar is not a part of this, because I would say get Tasha, because she's like the opposite of Chen. Instead of decreasing damage done to you, you're increasing damage done to your opponent, which in the long term should cause some bumps in it. So that's going to be an interesting once you start seeing her actually leveled up and her actually used. And then if we look at the event store, I would be tempted, if you can get it for free, if you don't have Meridian, I would get it because the away team research is actually really good. No matter how you look at it, it is really good. And having Meridian is able to mine fast and be able to get you the components that you need, or the materials that you need to get the away team stuff, or the territory capture stuff. Sorry, I don't know why I say it away thing, because away and territory capture kind of go in the same lines in my head, because those are the two best researches that we've had in the game that actually did a meaningful impact in our game. You can go with your uncommons. I wouldn't highly suggest it. I'm tempted, but I'd rather work on officers. If you don't have Vidara, I would focus on getting a Vidara if you're level 27, and that's gonna be one of the ships I always suggest getting, if you can unlock it. And then we have the Devores. Would be great for your mining Mondays. It helps you finish it really quickly, just due to the fact of they gave us the mining buff. Discovery, of course, once you can get Discovery Summoning, it becomes a key to doing a lot of stuff. Your impatientness, or how you want to get somewhere quickly, Discovery. And it has a decent warp range once you start leveling it up, once you start leveling your Opsol up as well. Of course, if you have the Discovery and you have Summoning, I always suggest getting Cultivated Mycelium, because we don't know when they're offering. 80k is like, what, 260 jumps, give or take, or more, which is not bad. If you don't have the Stella, of course, get the Stella, because the Stella research, Outlaw research, is a great amount of research. Bonnie Bay, Muscle Menace, I don't really care about it, but I would say if you need it, get it. But it's not a paramount thing to actually get in this event store. Indie credits, if you have those officers you want to upgrade, cool. I wouldn't get the Ultra Gotchas, Ultra Recruit Tokens, I call them Gotchas. Materials, unless you're really desperate for material, yes. But if you're not, then a big no. Never get the frames, never get the avatars. Those are just worthless purchases. So in my opinion, I would focus on getting officers, because they serve you the long term of the game, not the short term. They serve you for the long term of the game. And I would focus on getting Picard, Riker, Beverly. Max, get Beverly, as much as Beverly as you can, and Picard. Those are the two that are going to impact you meaningful in the game, in the long term, not the short term. Wesley, no. Jordy, he's somewhat alright. Data, I don't have, and I don't plan on unlocking him. As you see, I have 51 out of his tokens, and I require like 300 or 500 or whatever you want to call it just to unlock him, which I don't think is worth it, in my opinion. I wouldn't get their reflector beam. People actually have reported to live ops that they're not actually awarding the full 75 of the projector shard. I know it's in the works of them checking into and fixing it, but some people have bought it, the 225 of them, and didn't get the full thing. Unless you can get it free through the event store is the only way, but that's only a 1% boost throughout the game for its ability, which is not the greatest. 1%'s not meaningful, versus where you could have officers do PvE related stuff. I think if I remember right, the Positronic Beam is going to be a crit chance, and it's cool, but not highly suggested. So in my eyes, I would focus on the officers, Cultivating Mycelium, or the ships that you need for your basic games, like the Stella, the Vidar, the Devore. I would focus on those items. I wouldn't focus on anything more, or the Discovery. Those are the things I suggest in this event store. I don't suggest going up and about unless you really desperately need resources, or like you're that close to pulling the trigger going on an ops level upgrade. But anything beyond that, I wouldn't push it. This event store has kind of been all over the place, and kind of great, because they've been giving us a lot of the Valor tokens for this event, and we still have, what, let's see how many days of this event. We still have 12 days left, so we've been receiving almost 10k to 20k, give or take, of the Valor. So do your math and see where we end up, because I technically would wait almost the last day to spend these tokens, so that we know what we're going to get, and we know what we're going to open on our bang. Because officers, ships that you need, or Mycelium, those are my highly suggested things on this one. Beyond that, I wouldn't suggest going outside that range, because officers are long term. The projector or the beams are not really great in the long term. They're a small additive, nothing amazingly huge, just small amounts. And the ships that you really need, because some people complain that they're not able to get certain ships during the arcs, or certain ships during unlocks. Here's your chance, guys. Get those ships and unlock them. All right, guys, it is nowonshall signing off. I hope I helped you guys out. You guys always help me just by watching me. All right, I love you guys. Don't forget to like that subscribe button, that bell notification down below, and below that, hit that see more button in the description. Come join my Discord. Under that's going to be a donation link if you want to donate. It's that tiny URL. And under that is a join button for 2, 5, 10, or 20 bucks a month. If you become a member, it helps me create content and helps me stay alive a little bit longer in the real world, because I don't live in this outer space video simulator, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys, it is nowonshall signing out. Peace out. I love you guys. You guys are awesome.